So we started teaching this course at the University of Colorado in Boulder for 3 semesters, and it was very successful, right? We had a lot of students that said, oh, this is my job. Now I understand why I'm doing what I do. So what is IT service management? Have you guys heard of the patches that you get every Tuesday or Wednesday? You know when your computer has a little screen at the bottom that says you must install a fix pack? So it's called Patch Tuesday or Black Tuesday for Microsoft. So every Tuesday or Wednesday morning, you have to install that security pack to protect yourself, to protect IBM, and more importantly, protect our customers. So how do we do that? How do we distribute that? That's an operational procedure. It's an operational procedure, that's a management discipline, that's a service. There's steps to do this. And we have to have servers all over the country so they can collect the packages, distribute the packages, install them, send back a return code that it didn't work or it didn't work, and then update our asset files. Make sense? So the 4 major components of a data center are your network, your storage, your computer applications, and your computer system. When you have a customer, you have to make sure that that environment is always running, okay? Always running, especially for banks, healthcare, etc., right? We have agreements with our customers, and not just us, but our competitors and our customers and our business partners do the same thing. We need to make sure that they're available 99.9999% of the time, right? The first universities that actually implement these ideas or these programs attract more business to the country, right? So it helps, it's a symbiotic relationship, right? If you get the Minister of Education involved, the top universities in Peru, the top researchers who were just here last week, industry like IBM and our competitors, to all work together, you can make Peru a strong nation. So I'm here to encourage you to take pride in your country and start moving forward so you can improve your GDP, improve the possibilities that you can create for your country. So service-oriented architecture is the idea of having multiple systems that do the same thing, okay? Remember earlier we mentioned monitoring. Remember if the network goes down, we have a system that sends an alert that says this subsystem or this sub-network is down. Where there's multiple systems that do the same job, okay? If I'm a customer, I don't care about all these systems, right? I just want to know the end goal. What's the end problem that I have? So what service-oriented architecture is this bottom layer of disparate systems, and then we have something called an enterprise service bus, where you translate everything and then provide a portal so the person that doesn't know the technology comes in, sees, oh, I have a problem here. Fix this problem. Then you translate this through the enterprise service bus and then go to the different systems and create the solution. Autonomic computing is what we call on-demand business, okay, from a marketing perspective. So when FIFA has the World Cup soccer, FIFA site, people start logging into their site, looking for the schedules, what players, updates, what are the scores, etc. Everyone's on that site, right? Millions of people are registering or logging on to figure this out, to figure out what's going on. So it wouldn't make sense for FIFA, the business, to buy 1,000 servers, web servers, application servers, because they get 6 months worth of traffic every 4 years. So what autonomic computing is the idea of the infrastructure, the data center figures out by itself and reacts by itself to problems that might affect the availability of what you're trying to do. So example, if I have 2 servers in FIFA site right now, and all of a sudden my utilization is 95%, we could create a program that understands the high utilization and say, oh, it's time to add a new server. And just by the click of a button, they could install the server, install the OS, configure the network, install the application, the web server application, configure it, and put it online within 2 hours. You guys, with your skills, could actually write these types of work. You could write these workflows and have systems run very efficiently. Conversely, after the FIFA, after a couple months, let's say you have 100 servers now, and CPU utilization is running at 5%. You don't need to spend all that money, right? So you want to write the same programs when the CPU utilization is below 70%, start uninstalling the server, right? That way you pay for what you use. And that's the true future of IT service management in the near future. But in the meantime, do some research on your own to figure out what kind of variations you might want.
And then finally, one of the biggest areas is storage management.
So it's become a requirement. And a lot of companies don't understand that when you lose data, you lose a lot more than it costs for you to implement a storage solution, right? You lose millions and millions of dollars if you lose all your data. You lose credibility, you lose customers. If something like this happened to IBM, that we lost data, it'd be on Yahoo in like 10 minutes. It'd be all over the world. IBM loses customers because they lost their data. So it's an impossibility for companies to afford a storage failure.
I do care about this country. I do care about these universities. What I hope to do in the future is work with the local IBM folks in the near future. So again, thank you for your time.